be ready. I congratulate him for his imagination, boldness, and taking very calculated step. Deficit financing is a very effective instrument in the hands of the finance minister, which has to be used in a very calculated and selected manner. Otherwise, undesirable consequences are bound to follow. But here, the finance minister has weighed every step and taken calculated risk. We can very well analyze the assumptions which he was having in his mind when he took this step, where he did not levy any additional tax and left such big deficit uncovered. According to him, he had two or three assumptions. One is that monsoon is going to be good. We will have normal agricultural production, and with the stocks at our disposal, with normal monsoon, with good agricultural produce in our hands, there will not be any big problem. That is one assumption. Another assumption is what he has clearly stated in his budget speech, announcing a number of concessions in the case of direct taxes. He expects that everyone will behave properly. Exemption limit was raised from rupees 40,000 to rupees 50,000. Surcharge reduced from 20 to 10%. He expects better tax returns to be filed so that he will be able to concentrate on major parties, leaving out the smaller one as far as possible. And his third assumption, according to me, is the incentive which he has offered to the industrial sector, thereby expecting that a proper atmosphere of investment and growth will be created. Now, these are the three or four assumptions on which he seems to have framed his budget proposals. Now, it is the people who have got the benefit, got all the concessions that the finance minister himself has offered without anything asking for the same. I do not think that any pressure was brought on the finance minister for these concessions. He, on his own, knowing the working of the industry department, knowing also the working of the finance department, has announced so many concessions with a view to create a proper atmosphere of growth and production. He expects that his budget proposals will ultimately lead to greater production both in the industrial sector as well as in the agricultural sector. How best we respond is now left to the common people, for whom he has announced so many concessions. As a matter of abundant precaution, I have one or two suggestions merely for his consideration. The first point which I would like to suggest will be about appreciable reduction in the non-developmental and non-plan expenditure. If this can be resorted to, a large number of schemes can be transferred to the respective states governments.